We got SCP-610, The Flesh That Hates Part Dose. I didn't even know that there was going to be a part 2 to this. I'm going to be honest. But there's a part 2. So, I mean, this is probably one of the more interesting SCPs and one of the more entertaining ones. So let's see what the rubber talking about, bro. Let's see what the rubber talking about. You know, it's always a pleasure to watch one of his videos. Oh yeah, and by the way, I don't know if you're gonna see his reaction. I know you watched some of them, but congratulations to you, sir, for hitting 1 million subscribers, a threshold that should not be ignored or not be praised. So shout out to you. You've been killing the game, and yeah, bro. So big ups to you, W, and let's go, bro.
Discretion is advised. So, the biology mutation process of SCP-610 and some aspects of the exploration logs were discussed in Part 1. If you want to know more, please click here to watch Part 1. In this video, we will dive further into the exploration of SCP-610. At the end of Part 1, we mentioned that the destruction of Site C resulted in a series of unexpected events in Site A. As the strange spherical formation in Site C was burned and destroyed, aerial footage shows the infected entities in Site A going into explosion. Hello everybody, I'm the Rubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Keter Class Object SCP-610 Part 2. After the explosion, all immobile 610 infected within the village rapidly shriveled and died, along with any flesh material spread across inanimate objects.
Okay.
The mobile 610 infected made their way into an upper...
We can't even roast because we've already literally roasted everything about this SCP. And also, shout out these hate... Bro, I was looking at my comments one day and somebody was like, oh my god, he wants to be funny so bad it hurts. You know who you are, bro. Why are you clearly watching the reaction. You're clearly enjoying it enough to comment. Just relax and get cozy. You niggas, bro. Yeah, you can never make everybody happy, bro.
Class residence building. As the infected entered the building, the ground collapsed, revealing a sinkhole. All infected life that did not evacuate into the hole, remaining above ground instead, died and quickly became shriveled husks. In a span of 30 minutes, 3 research teams set up stations within the village's remains. Samples of the deceased 610 infected were sent back to Perimeter HQ for processing and researching. However, 2 hours later, seismic activity began to occur within Site A. 2 of the original teams remained on site, while the 3rd team was instructed to proceed back to Perimeter HQ with the collected samples. Immediately following the seismic event, a torrent of 610 spores erupted from the hole and layered the area around it for a span of 50 meters. As the eruption was being reported, both teams at Site A were assaulted.
Yo! The hell? They got some zombie hawks coming from the... Bro, I didn't even know that they could affect birds, too. I mean, they look kind of cool. They look kind of cool. But imagine just swooping down and just... Yo! You not even... Bro, he's hanging by his throat. You not doing nothing about those right there. You not doing nothing about those at all. I'm telling you, you're not doing nothing about these at all.
By infected flying organisms. These organisms attack by splitting their heads in half.
What? Okay.
And clamping them against research members, pulling them into the air, and dropping them into the hole.
Wow.
Before video and radio contact was lost with the remaining teams inside Site A, a second seismic event began to occur, causing another spore burst. Following this, a new, previously unseen SCP-610 entity began to emerge from the hole. The creature's only footage depicts an engorged human.
Why that look like a flesh Teletubby? Oh nah, bro. That man, that face, bro. Like, that's like y'all ever had like a little sibling or a little cousin and they just evil for no reason, and they be running around like these right here.
Human head.
Talking about something. You got games on your phone?
Approximately 20 times larger than that of an average human, pressing itself out of the hole with no
No,
the
sir.
research team's video and radio contact were lost as seismic forces increased to 7 on the Richter magnitude scale for 2 seconds duration, then abruptly ceased.
You said it's cozy.
For over 1 hour, nothing further had happened at Site A. All personnel and equipment are considered lost. With an absence of activity at Site A, the Foundation decided to send in another remote drone to explore the sinkhole and relay transmitted data back to HQ. After approximately 2 minutes, the drone found traces of SCP-610 material attached to the dirt and rocks at a depth of 15 meters. The material is dormant, but retained rocks at found traces of
Low-key, my dumbass was not paying attention at all, and I was like, bro, is this nigga inside somebody's booty hole? But then I was like, oh, wait.
SCP-610 material attached to the dirt and rocks at a depth of 15 meters. The material is dormant, but retains its texture and appearance, unlike samples from above ground level, which shrivels and dries rapidly. At 100 meters in depth, small tunnels branch out at apparently random intervals. An increase in the density of SCP-610 materials found on the walls is noted as the drone continues down. The bottom of the sinkhole becomes visible, and the tunnel tilts sharply, suggesting an abnormal formation. 610 material now coats the tunnel entirely. Movement is detected 5 meters ahead. The camera focus turns to a moving mass, which appears to be a deer, uninfected.
That man is literally just chilling.
Composed of 610 material. The deer is suspended
SCP
in
COVID.
mid-air. 30 meters past the encountered deer, the tunnel displays large lumps in apparently random placement. These lumps are discovered to have similarities to the infected villagers who escaped from Site A, finding refuge in the sinkhole after Site C's destruction. The sound of rushing water is now detected, and the drone is pushed forward. The tunnel splits into a crossroads at this point. One tunnel leads around a river and then seems to slope downward, while the other is directly above a light source in the ceiling. The drone proceeds upwards for approximately 45 minutes before emerging into a windy mountainside, assumed to be in the neighborhood of Site B. The buildings appear to be constructed directly from 610 tissue substance and coated in deceased 610 material.
Yikes, bro.
After a cursory scan of Site B, it is determined that there is no life present, either natural or 610 related. So the drone is directed back into the tunnel. Upon descent, a deep roaring sound fills the audio, and the video feed shows what appears to be an immense human face with no discernible
This not Attack on Titan? that's not a scene from Attack on Titan?
features and stretched to 20 times normal proportions. It rushes towards the
Stop,
drone.
stop,
There are
bro.
eye sockets,
Stop,
but
stop,
no eyes.
stop.
A mouth, but no teeth. The drone fires upon this creature, but bullets did not deter it.
Yo, my man got a gun gat. He pulled out a what even a Gatling gun, a machine gun straight from for sure.
There is no room in the tunnel for the drone to take evasive action, and soon the drone is swallowed, cutting both audio and video feed. Approval from Central HQ was granted for a manned assault excursion into the tunnels beneath Site A to ascertain the SCP-610 infection's extent. The destruction of Site A and Site C established that 610 could be contained and destroyed, making the source of the infection top priority. The descent into the tunnels consisted of 5 teams, 2 researchers, and 3 assault agents, along with enough equipment to establish an underground base of operations. The base camp for underground SCP-610 operations resided at the bottom of a 3-way junction where the tunnels split. The first pathway led from Site A to Cavern HQ. The second pathway connected to the ruined Site B village, where an unknown 610 entity destroyed the previous drone. The third pathway headed west and seemed to follow a flow of water from an unconfirmed source. The 2 research teams divided activities between building Cavern HQ and collecting samples of 610. No contagious materials were detected within this area,
Appreciate you, boy.
and the unknown creature recorded by the destroyed drone did not appear at any point to the cavern staff. The remaining teams were ordered to proceed down the unexplored pathway with personal recording devices. After approximately 20 kilometers of walking, no infectious life forms appear in the tunnel. The assault team leader then requests a transport buggy be dispatched to them, which is used to continue the exploration. Following this, they come under attack by multiple 610 infected life forms that emerge from the material coating the tunnel walls. While the assault team
So it's turning into one of those animations, huh?
manages to escape and protect the buggy during this attack, select members are lost to rapid water currents in the stream below. 3 members of the assault team remain, armed with a single flame unit. They continue with exploration. Hours later, the group comes under attack again from a smaller number of 610 entities larger than the previous encounters.
Bro, tell me this don't remind y'all of Daybreak. SCP-001? It dead remind me. Somebody could convince me and say that this was a Daybreak animation.
Dispatching the creatures results in all equipped flamethrowers to deplete their fuel tanks, forcing the teams to rely on standard weapons.
Bro, he put out a knife. What are you about to do with a knife? What am I supposed to be intimidated? With your little curly top? I don't even know. What do you call that? That little part? A Caesar cut? And you put out a knife, bro? Okay.
And short-range personal flame units for the remainder of their excursion. The tunnel widens out into what appears to have once been a village of indeterminate age. There is a church with a working clock tower, and the area surrounding the building has a dent in the ground filled with a substance resembling a liquefied version of 610 fleshy material. The liquid moves with unseen force, rippling outward from invisible contact points and rolling in waves from unfelt wind. The team avoids this liquid and proceeds to the church. Within the church are 4 pews, one of them shattered, and a pulpit. Strangely, the entire area is immaculately clean.
Immaculate.
The clock tower bell tolls abruptly. This triggers a shudder in the building, followed by human screams that appear to come from above. Light from an unknown source shines upon the ceiling, revealing a large mass of SCP-610 and 6 wooden circles. Strapped to each wing is a living human, coated entirely from neck to toe in 610. Their exposed head appears uninfected. There is relentless screaming as the bell continues to toll.
Where were the tentacles leading to, bro? Where were them tentacles touching?
There is relentless
Whoa!
screaming as the bell continues to toll. Wooden circles lowering to the ground. An unknown creature cries from outside, prompting the team to hide behind the pulpit. All sources of light are extinguished, pitching the area into darkness.
Bro, hold on. Let me go back and analyze that scene one more time, bro. They clearly not... Because, okay, theoretically speaking, right? You're hanging upwards, so you're not even hung upside down. You're hanging upwards, so really you chilling. Like, you're chilling. Like, I don't imagine myself being, like, tied up and just screaming the whole time. I mean, I could be wrong. They could be... They could be, like, you know, being, like, absorbed or something. But right now, to me, they chilling. But they look like they opening their mouths for a different reason. You know that?
As the bell continues to toll, wooden circles lowering to the ground. An unknown creature cries from outside, prompting the team to hide behind the pulpit. All sources of light are extinguished, pitching the area into darkness. The camera's night vision is left off, presumably to avoid revealing the team's location. A figure is seen holding a small torch from the church's entrance and lights a series of candles at the doorway. The flame is then applied to a rope coated in SCP-610, which quickly ignites and spreads up to a chandelier system. The light from this system illuminates the red material holding the captive humans, which shows signs of constant motion, rippling across itself in waves. A flood of 610 infected shamble quickly into the area, proceed to the captives and begin to rip off the red material surrounding them, resulting in further screams and cries. The red material seems to be connected to the humans, using them as a source of sustenance to grow, which then provides food to the 610 infected. Feeding like this continues for 6 minutes.
Excuse me. Okay.
At which time a figure sounds a gong, and all infected entities move to the pews. The figure then spontaneously collapses as if made from hollow clay. A pillar of SCP-610 flesh rises and extends through the hole behind the pulpit, directing itself toward the gathered creatures. 10 minutes later, it retracts back into the hole, and the infected entities exit the church. As the 3 team members attempt to leave, one of them is thrown into the air several meters by a tendril that emerges out of the ground. The 2 remaining members run back towards the buggy, passing by a building. The 2 remaining members run back
Krillin, you better run!
Towards the buggy, passing by a building. One of them is ambushed by a figure
Krillin!
in a large crop site, which footage reveals to be
Yo,
the same
who is
infected
that?
who previously lit the church candles. The last member continues without pause.
Wait, y'all not about to have Grim Reaper in here and just expect me not to say nothing. Like, bro, he look kind of cool. I can't even really say nothing. He look kind of cool. He said a rip off Deadpool. You said Deadpool took his mask off? Okay. I mean, bro, he got the size going for him. You said Megamind. I mean, bro, he look kind of cool, bro. He got the little scythe. I ain't gonna lie, he look kind of cool, bro. You said that's me? Nah, he look kind of cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He not bad. He'll look bad.
By a figure wielding a large crop scythe, which footage reveals to be the same infected who previously lit the church candles. The last member continues without pause towards the buggy location. However, the buggy is found half absorbed by a SCP-610 mass covering the floor. While attempting to find another means of escape, his camera reveals the scythe-wielding figure approaching. Weapon raised. 2 shots are fired, and the video feed ends. 5 hours later, while final decisions were underway regarding how to contain or eradicate the SCP-610 threat, a time-delayed video feed from the initial team members lost to the underground river currents became available. This feed was filled in SCP-610 L6 field logs, containing the exploration records of Operation SourcePoint. Remember to check out my new animation channel, The Rubber Talks, where I share my life story, thoughts, and opinions. Just click on the link in the description to enter the Rubber's world. Before we end this video, we are proud to present these incredible...
Hey, bro, that was a W, bro. That was a W. Rubber did his thing as always. I'm pretty sure the way it's looking, pretty sure there's going to be a series. So it's going to be like a part 3. It's looking like. I don't know, though. We'll see. But this was fire. Rubber always coming through. Cozy, why you say he bad? I say he kind of cool. I ain't never say he was bad, bro. Stop. Rubber always coming through with the W vids. Once again, congratulations for 1 mil. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.